There are over 71,000 gas stations in the United States, 1,300 active Superfund sites, 131 active refineries in the U.S., 1,250 active landfills, and even more closed landfills. There are over 900,000 active oil and gas production wells, 500 pipeline leaks and spills every year, all of which will require monitoring and sampling for decades into the future. There are over 63,000 consulting engineering companies that are providing this type of sampling and monitoring. Combined, they collect over 150 million samples each and every year for a total industry market of over $45 billion and growing. Here's the problem. Over 98% of these samples are collected using antiquated pen and paper methods. The sample bottle labels and chain of custody are currently completed on paper by hand. Then when the laboratory results are delivered, engineering companies are using inefficient software and processes for completing all the graphics and reports required by law. All of this inefficiency adds up to over $5 billion per year in unnecessary expenses. The SampleServe solution to this paper-based method is a digital solution that completely replaces paper and connects all users with one easy-to-use platform. The platform allows for project scope and sampling details to be easily entered into our mobile field app, which then enables field technicians to collect and transmit all relevant environmental data, including GPS coordinates and photos. The app also allows for QR-coded sample bottle labels to be printed in the field at the time of sampling. These QR-coded labels, in conjunction with SampleServe's patented digital chain of custody, allows the lab to instantly log samples upon arrival, saving significant data entry costs and eliminating transcription errors. After lab analysis is complete, the lab pushes data back to the platform where actionable graphical reports can be generated within seconds. These reports include all the typical graphics required by regulatory agencies, all generated and ready for delivery in seconds. I'm Russell Schindler, professional geologist and founder of SampleServe. I started SampleServe in 2001 as a sampling company. From the beginning, we started creating our own software for handling the increased data load and improving our own sampling efficiency. After a while, around 2011 or so, consulting engineering firms began asking if they could use our software to do their own sampling work. I initially said, no, we're not a software company. But after hearing it enough times, we decided to transition SampleServe into a software company. This transition was slow because we were bootstrapping the transition, but in 2018 we started taking on investment capital and we released our first mobile app in 2019. SampleServe software reduces the level of effort in every category of work. On average, our customers are saving between 40% and 60% in costs over the old methodologies. At an estimated average price of $8 per sample, this means the total service available market is worth about $1.2 billion a year. If SampleServe could process 2,000 samples per day, or 0.5% of this market, we could generate $6 million a year in annual revenue. The biggest form of competition for SampleServe is the existing engineering companies that still rely on old-fashioned paper documentation. While there are a few competing products that have data collection applications, none of them offer all the features for sample label printing and chain of custody, or for the most important part, graphics generation. In exchange for an equity stake in the company, we're seeking a $2 million investment. Previous equity rounds totaling $2.4 million are detailed here. We will use these funds for customer acquisition and feature and functionality enhancements. With this funding, our target is to get to an average of 2,000 samples per day or $6 million in annual recurring revenue in about 18 months. It's anticipated that an exit with an acquisition will occur within 2 to 6 years. Some of the potential acquiring companies are shown here. Thank you for your time and attention. I can be contacted at the phone number and the email shown here.